All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And Golden State, look at who they've got. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. And it's Barnes at the small forward.
Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
Russell against Thompson. Russell passes to Buckets. 5 on the clock. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Green. Outside Curry. That's good on the jump shot. Last season for the Warriors really dominated from beginning to end to lead the league and break both offensive and defensive efficiency.
And Kevin, a lot of people knew the Warriors were good at offense. I mean, but they've been equally as good defensively over the past few seasons. They're flying under the radar for whatever reason. Not the case going forward.
Los Angeles on D. It's a three-point game. One shot on the way, and that one's good.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
And it's the Lakers' ball. Buckets passes to Russell. Inside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And guys, looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man, listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds, with the wingspan of a pterodactyl. I mean, a true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loop shots.
First free throw is good. All talking about Roy Hibbert, he doesn't just have size. He has a strong lower body, too. Very hard. And you know this, Clark. You worked for the organization. You saw it firsthand. Very hard to back that guy down in the post.
Yeah, and for years he's worked on ways to complement that size with improved training and footwork, even indulging in MMA one off season. I tell you what, he'd be one scary super heavyweight if he went the full distance in MMA.
Agreed.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach, our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
Now here's Curry, following the miss by Julius Randle. Green, the screen. Thompson from long range. Can't get it to go.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And it's good.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
Now here's Barnes after D'Angelo Russell's miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Handle a screen on Bogut. Russell against Bogut. The drive by Russell. And he lays it straight in.
And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his entire career. Even as a rookie, he wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates. And that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious.
Here's Russell. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Bogut. Warriors trail by 4. Thompson with it. Picked up by Kobe. Dishes it to Green. Wide open look. And that one goes long.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Passes it to Buckles. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Curry against Russell. Curry with some nice D.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. Just hasn't been able to get it going.
Here's Thompson, and the Warriors miss again. Los Angeles leading by 4. Outside, Kobe. And he banks in the layup. Kobe's got 5.
Oh, nice drive there to get to the bucket, using some of that terrific agility that he possesses.
Green inside the three-point line, and the Warriors miss again. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Russell passes to Buckles. Randall kicks to Kobe. No good with the triple.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Curry dishes to Thompson. Green, the screen. Tries to snap the cold streak. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Thompson's got his first basket.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hand. I mean, come on now. You know, he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Barnes. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
You know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
Well, going back to Bogut, when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. Great, one of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
You know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Pass comes in for Roy Hibbert, and it's Clarkson in for Russell. He's off on the second.
Well, somehow the Lakers managed to avoid ending up in last place in the West last season. Still, it's a far, far cry from the Lakers teams of the past. Only 21 wins for them on the season.
There's the screen. Shot clock at 5. Kobe, that's for 2, and that misses badly. Air ball.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And for the Lakers against the rest of the West last year, they only went 9-43, Greg, in their own conference matchups.
And never a good sign when less than half of your wins come against your own conference. The Lakers know they have a long road ahead of them to get back to their years of Western Conference dominance.
Larry Nance has checked in for the Lakers. Spates checked in for the Warriors. The Lakers with the ball. 3-point lead. Clarkson passes to Buckles. Bass with it. There's the pass to Clarkson. Bass, a screen on Curry. Clock at 6. Clarkson passes to Buckles. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Buckets got 6.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Young's checked in for Bryant, and then for Golden State. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Draymond Green. Rush comes in for Barnes, and Ian Clark subbed in for Thompson. The free throw drops for Curry. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. He's an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
Good. Lakers have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Hands a screen. Pass to Buckets from 10 feet out, and the rebound goes to the Warriors.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Now let's find out what head coach Steve Kerr had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, Kevin. He said he doesn't want to see their offense fall into bad habits and get stagnant. He said as long as we keep moving without the ball and don't stand around watching the paint dry, we'll be able to put up points. Let's see if they can keep their legs moving here tonight, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And getting good shots, guys, creating those quality opportunities is something Coach hopes to see here early on.
And you know, it's really something every coach wants to see, but I know where he's coming from. I mean, they've got to be smart with their shot selection if they hope to win this game.
And, you know, guys, getting that good shot selection is going to depend on their ball and player movement. I mean, they have to be free-flowing, not stagnant.
Now here's Curry, following the miss by Anderson Varejao. That one will not drop. It's his first miss. He's 4 for 5. Clarkson kicks to Young. Pass with the screen. Here's Clarkson. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Offensive rebound.
That's an example there, guys, of contesting the shot and corralling the board. That's really all you can ask of a guy at that end of the floor.
Rush outside. No luck. And the Lakers take it the other way. Young with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And guys, it looked like Nick Young had finally put it all together. I mean, he had a huge campaign 2 years ago, signs a new 4-year deal. Then last year, disaster strikes. I mean, he provided very little to the team outside of shooting the basketball. And even with that, he dropped to a career worst, 37% from the field.
And he can't get the first one. Greg, getting back to Young, it's tough to completely judge him on last year's numbers because he was fighting through knee injuries, ankle injuries, all kinds of things. Clark only played 42 games.
Yeah, but when he's right, he can light it up. I mean, he's a go-to scorer, but he just never got right last season.
Robert Sacre, he's checked in for the Lakers. World Peace comes in for Buckets, and he sinks the second. Warriors trail by 3. Down low, here's Varejao. Sacre with the block.
They got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Yeah, it's a game of inches in every play.
And the Lakers with another miss. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Picked by Varejao. Deep 2 from Rush. That drops and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Now, here's Clarkson. Tee right on him. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
And for the Warriors, they're shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Picked by Varejao. Livingston, no luck. The Lakers in the lead. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. Sacre dishes to Young. Now, here's Clarkson, covered by Barbosa. 4 on the shot clock. A shot by Clarkson, no good. Here's Golden State. Rush the pass to Livingston. Pick by Verajao. Takes a shot at the elbow. Livingston, that's good. And the Warriors lead by 1.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
And here's Clarkson. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. To the inside, here's Sacre, count it from 12.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
58 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here is Livingston. He's covered by Clarkson. Here's Spates. Nance with some nice D.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. The defense offers just a little bit of resistance. He doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Now, here is Young. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing.
Guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
And so Young nails them both.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost +15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they won.
Now here's Spates. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Now here is Young. Here's Clarkson. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. A good close contest so far.